First of all, I want to thank Anne and Elizabeth and, of course, the whole team that kindly invited me to be here today. I'm really grateful for that. And also, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here, for taking your time to listen to me. And after listening all those great speakers, not only today, but also yesterday, for me, I feel even more honored. I had so much to learn with all of you, and I must tell you, not only with the speakers, with all of you sitting here, I'm really sure I have much more to learn from you than you from me. But I will do my best today to leave something special with you. And as Annie said yesterday, we want all of you to feel that you are here with friends. And then I'm feeling that. And that's why I feel so comfortable to share something nice with you, some of my feelings. And what I want to say before starting my presentation is that I love to be in this country. I really do. And we have a great connection with Germany, not only now, I can tell you, for more than 40 years ago, when my father was studying medical school in Brazil. Actually, he was graduated, and he always wanted to work with prevention, and he wanted to study more about that because at that time, on the 70s in Brazil, there was nothing about that. And he was really thinking, if you can prevent, it would be much easier. Many of the diseases couldn't be avoided. And then he found out something really interesting, that Germany had advanced studies on that. And then he met my mother, Neuza, is here, and she not only embraced his cause, and then they get married and they travel together to Germany, of course, because they really wanted to study about those techniques. They got to know the Knipe method, the Knipe therapies, and all those prevention studies. And I must tell you, they really felt in love, not only about themselves, but about that. And then when they got back to Brazil with lots of brochures and books, because imagine at that time there was no internet, they had to get a great translator and really studying and going over all those papers and working on that to build up their dream, to build their own Kurotel. I don't know if you pronounce it like that, but our own Kurotel in the very south of Brazil. But imagine not now, but 40 years ago. So when I tell this story, it's amazing even for me because you don't have all the technology we didn't have at that time that we have now available. Well, by saying that, it was just an introduction to say I really, really appreciate to be here every time I come to Germany. It's so great. Thank you. And starting my presentation, well, my name is Rochele Silveira. I took hotel management and also business administration. And nowadays, I work together with my family, my parents, and my 3 sisters at our own Kurotel in a very small city called Gramado, which, by the way, was colonized by Germans. And I'm here today to talk about an interesting issue. I'll talk about promoting peace among children in public schools and how we are connected with that. I must tell you that when we first start studying about meditation, we realized that it was possible through meditation to have a great, I'm sorry because of my English sometimes is not so good, but we can increase the level of life satisfaction, happiness, the sense of well-being, and even tolerance, compassion. And we thought, oh, that's a great thing. And something else we found out, that meditation had no cost. in the sense that once you learn and you start meditation, you can do it by yourself. You don't need a machine, you don't need an equipment, you don't need to take medicine. And then we start thinking about all of that, and we really wanted to extend that to much more people. We thought that this was part of our mission. And we found out another very interesting study from Chicago University, Detroit, saying that only 10 minutes of daily meditation could increase well-being, life satisfaction, but also increase grades in schools. Kids could get a better performance in schools. And that's called our attention. And it was also possible to decrease the use of alcohol, tobacco, drugs, heartbeat, blood pressure, hospitalization, HDAE, I don't know if that's the right, yeah? Okay, and then we thought, wow, it's amazing. And besides that, meditation is for everyone, regardless of religion, gender, social status, ethnicity. And meditation has been scientifically proven. And so, wow, that's really great. And then, of course, we start doing meditation with our clients. And as we start seeing great results, we decided to extend that to more people. And then my sister, who is a medical doctor, Dr. Rochele Silveira, who, by the way, she came here last year, and she was she was a speaker at the first Healing Summit, together with her friend, who is also a medical doctor. They decided to create an NGO supported by the Kurotel in 2007 called Mind Alive, in Portuguese, Mente Viva. Okay, and Dr. Zamal, father, who is a quantum physicist from India, he had brought a very interesting method to work with kids. And by thinking of that, they created their NGO to promote peace culture among children in public schools. And that means reducing violence and promoting affection in different social relations. And when I say reducing violence, it's because we realize that through meditation, it's possible to increase empathy and I'm sorry, because I have to read my notes. Sometimes my English is meeting, and decrease impulsivity. And the result, it's a much better interpersonal relationship. And that's great and so simple. And simple doesn't mean easy, but simple. We have to keep trying doing that. And how does it work exactly? Well, they teach teachers how to teach kids meditating in public schools. Okay, and you must be asking, why children? Why they should start in their childhood? I can list many, many reasons, but just some of the reasons is because children by age 4, they have 1 trillion more synapses than an adult. And by age 6, the prefrontal cortex has reached its maximum thickness. What I want to mean is that they really absorb a lot from you. That's why we want to give them care, love, positive thoughts, positive thinking, because we truly believe that the positive thinking is the first step for positive action. Okay, and then we know that if you teach them where they are little ones, it will keep it somewhere, and they use it during their lives, and hopefully during their adult lives, and hopefully we can get some better contribution to this healing that we are committing now. And The age of the kids are from 3 to 18 years old, and the key figures of the institution is parents, students, caregivers, teachers, and researchers, because researchers are those that are constantly trying to prove the benefits of meditation. They measure simple things and more complex things, and they work with the neuropsychology department of Catholic University of Southern Brazil, and also with another researcher from São Paulo University. And how does it work exactly inside the classroom? Well, they do what they call the exercise for peace. It's really easy. Anyone can do it. You can do it sitting in a chair, on the floor, lying down, standing individually or collectively. And it's always done at the beginning of the class or after the recess, because their minds are fresher, they can absorb more, and consists in repeating aloud 5 simple sentences, really simple sentences, because when they repeat those sentences, they are mentalizing it. And the sentence, and after repeating them, they watch one's briefing, of course. Sentences are: I am in peace, my family and friends are in peace, my school is in peace, my neighborhood is in peace, and my city is in peace. And why those sentences? Because it's really important the first sentence to be I am in peace. They have to know that the changes starts inside oneself. If I change, I can replicate that change. If I change my perception, maybe things are different for me. Maybe things are different for my family. And that's what we really want from them. And the sentence must be repeated 5 to 10 times. The duration of the exercise is 5 to 10 minutes every day. It's a daily practice. And for those little ones, under the age 6, they have created 2 songs, so they can sing along, they can dance, they can relax, they can be even fun. The important thing is that they are repeating and mentalizing those phrases. And that helped them a lot, believe me, really. And if you allow me, I want to read for you very quickly some of the expected outcomes after 1 year of taking the program. Improvement in well-being and students' relationships with parents and teachers. Improvement in welfare of the educator in the classroom. Cognitive patterns such as better response to stimuli, attention, and memory. School performance. For example, if you measure the school performance before taking the program and after taking the program, you have increased by 5 points. And even compared with another class that is not taking the program, it's really amazing. The blood pressure in students with hypertension, family relationships among students, parents, and teachers, and decreasing symptoms, signs of attention deficit and hyperactivity, decreasing school failure, decreasing use of tobacco, alcohol, and drugs, decreasing school violence, decreasing hospital stay or outpatient visits, and even crime rates in the region. And that's really nice. And we know it's just the beginning, but it's really something. And here I read some of the expected outcomes that all those researchers grabbed from that study, but I also want to tell you a very simple outcome that we got from that is that all the students, when they start the programs, they are told to make some drawings, and the difference between the drawing from this when they didn't start the program and at the end of the program is incredible. I can tell you. When they start the program, they have lots of drawings related to violence with gums and spades and shadows and, something really you could be really afraid of. And by the end of the program in 1 year, the end of the program is because you measure every year. It's not that the program ended. Our idea is that the program never ended. Okay, it's just a way of speaking. And the drawings are completely different. You have hearts, you have the sun, you have some flowers, you have friends shaking hands. That's amazing. It's so simple. I don't need to be a researcher to measure that, but I can feel that. And this is really amazing. And I can tell you that now the Mind Alive, Mente Viva is present in 229 schools all over Brazil, and even started now in Portugal and Spain. And it has encompassing more than 35,000 children, teachers, and teens. And you must be asking, how much does it cost? And it costs nothing for the schools. Any school can get that program. Any school can participate. They have lots of volunteers willing to do that. And of course, for the organization, they survive with donations because they have all those administrative costs. And now I just want to make a connection with our work at the Kurotel. Since we truly believe on the benefits of meditation, we also do meditation with our clients, as I said at the beginning, through different techniques. One is mindfulness, which focus on the present moment, and the other one is the creative visualization, which means visualizing positive thoughts. And we use it from many different reasons with our clients. We use it from insomnia, from chronic disease, from anxiety, hypertension, food compulsivity, tobacco, etc. And as we all know, our brain needs training, care, and assessment. And what we're trying to do is exercise our brain, maintain our brain always alive. And we know it's possible to develop attention, memory, and leverage of affection. And as we all know, also, caring, human, and affection are really essential for the perception of life satisfaction. And having those, we can lower many important things like blood pressure and anxiety, sleep, is improving sleep and immune system, and as well as family and social relationship. And by saying that, we also thought it would be great if we could do that for our team employees. They could also benefit from that. And then we provide them a meditation hour every week. And believe me, it's really fantastic because sometimes they are really overloaded or stressed, or even they have problems with their families. And when they go to, and after leaving this meditation exercise, they come back to work much more relaxed, much more energy. And it's really something nice. And I know I have to finalize my presentation, and I want to say, in my point of view, the future of the wellness industry is that the high-tech medicine is every time more walking side by side with the human touch medicine. I truly believe that the era of human contact and expert advice is really such an important tool and fundamental tool. And without that, we are not going anyplace. And I know everybody here is really committed to healing. And I'm so happy to be part of all of that. And just to finalize my presentation, there is a quote saying that when you stand and you share your story in an empowering way, your story may heal you, and your story may heal somebody else. And I really, really hope today, with my story, with our story, with Mind Alive, Mente Viva story, I could help you to heal yourself in a sense of inspiration. Why not to have Mind Alive in your own community? So really, thank you very, very much for being here, for sharing my experience with you. Happy wonderful.